Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley and today we're going to be doing my March monthly makeup basket, shop my stash. I'm not quite sure what I want to call it yet, but when I had asked in January if you would rather see just the makeup palettes, eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to be using on a monthly basis, or whether you'd rather see a full shop my stash, the response that I got was shop my stash. So that is what I have for you today. First though, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the eyeshadow palettes that I used for the month of February. So for the letter C, I used my Too Faced Clover palette. I really like this palette. It is a lot of fun. It's got a lot of really wonderful pops of color in it, and it's just fun. It's very whimsical and very nice to use. I will say that I think that this is probably more of a spring type of palette rather than winter, but I still enjoyed using it a lot. Some of the favorite things that I did was I took Wet Kisses all over the lid. It is just a beautiful orangey gold, almost like duochrome, and blew it out all over the lid. I used a little bit of a matte brown in the crease, a little bit of a deeper brown on the outer corner, and it looked fantastic. I wore that a couple of times. I did something very similar with this shade right here, Best Friends. Rather than putting a brown on the outer corner, I actually went in with this color right here, Rutro. It's a deeper kind of satin plum color. It was really nice. I did enjoy it a lot. This color right here was a bit of a surprise. It looks like it would be a nice, deeper, sort of vibrant violet color. It's actually a very bright fuchsia color, so that was a little bit of a surprise. I had a lot of fun doing that. I had actually put Love is Love all through the crease. I put a little bit of Cuteness Overload, this champagne type of color here, and then I put this all along the outer V. It turned into a look that I wasn't really expecting, but that I did still very much enjoy. So I got a lot of really good looks out of these. I don't have any pictures for you. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the things that I'm working on is taking a better selfie. I suck at it. I have very little skills in that department. So I did try taking a few pictures, but not gonna not gonna put them out there. Hopefully March I'll do a little bit better and I can show you some of the looks. In fact, one of the looks that I'm disappointed that I couldn't get a good picture of was actually from my palette for the letter D. This is Dark Magic. This was so much fun to use. Unlike the other palette that I used last month, the Bling Boss. This was so much fun to use. I found myself pulling at it all the time. The thing that I enjoyed the most was I put Potion, this khaki olive green color, all through my crease. And then I put Power Cut all over the lid. It is this beautiful, sparkly, bright silver. And then I took Inside Job, this matte forest green, all over the outer V. It was so pretty. It was so pretty. I can't wait to wear that again. I also took Diversion? Yes, Reading Upside Down. I put Diversion all over my lid, and then I put a little bit of moho in the crease, and then just a touch on the outer corner. Made for a beautiful, just very easy wash of color. It was a really great palette to work with, and I'm really glad that I pulled it in, because I think when I had bought it, I maybe used it once or twice, and then it went into the drawer with everything else, and I hadn't touched it since. So this was probably the surprise of the month, and I really did enjoy using it very much. So I'm also working on the ums. I don't realize how often I say it until I go back and edit and realize, wow, working on that, working on a few things. So for all of you that are hanging out with me, I absolutely appreciate it. So let's go ahead and jump into what is in my daily makeup rotation, everyday makeup drawer, whatever you want to call it, and that there we go again. Then we'll go ahead and jump into the drawers and see what we want to work with for this month. All right, so here is everything that I was using for the month of February. So I keep most everything in these two acrylic drawers here, and then I've got a couple of other little organizers. Everything that I have came from like Marshall's or TJ Maxx or something like that. I don't know what any of it is, so I can't link it. So for that, I apologize. So down here we have all of our kind of base products. So we've got my luminous, I don't know why I keep calling it luminous, I'm sorry, my silk canvas. This is in my project pan, so it's gonna stay. This is my under eye moisturizer. This is my eye primer. I've been using the ColourPop stick foundation. I've really been liking it, so that's gonna stay. We have my SPF. This is another primer that is in my project pan, and my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue, also in my year-long project pan, so that stays. And then above it, this is where I keep the eyeshadow palettes that I'm using for the month. So let's go ahead and we're going to pull out the Jaclyn Hill Dark Magic palette. We're also going to pull out my Too Faced Clover palette. My Lorac Mega Pro 4 is in my year-long project pan, so it's going to stay, as well as my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Muse. Alright, and then above it I have more base products as well as just some miscellaneous stuff. This is my Ula Henrik's Truth Serum. Love this stuff, use it every single day. This is my deluxe sample size of the Fenty Pro Filter Foundation. This is just a sample of the L'Oreal mascara primer. I actually really like this, and I'm thinking about getting a full size once it's done. Lip balm. I have another eye cream here. This is my Hydro Powder. This is in my year-long project pan, so it will stay, as will both of my setting sprays. That's just perfume. Here I have my NARS Creamy Concealer. That stays. The two mascaras that I've been working through is my Milk Makeup Kush mascara, and then my Bad Gal Bang. Both of those are deluxe sample sizes. I also have this concealer by Makeup Revolution. I've been working through that. It's flying by super fast. I've got two liquid eyeliners. I've got my Physicians Formula and the Roller Liner by Benefit. Sorry, helps if it's actually in frame. As well as some lip liners and some eyeliners. I've got Tootsie by ColourPop. I have my IBY Rosebud that's in my year-long project pan. And then on top here, this is by Pixi. This is Deep Plum. This is what I use in my waterline. I really, really like it. And then moving over here, this is where I keep my bronzers. This is my Becca Capri Coast. This is in my year-long project pan, so it will stay, but we'll go ahead and take out my Marc Jacobs. This is the Tantastic. Love this. And then above it we have my blushes. So this is the face palette that's in my project pan. This is the blush, but this is my Jouer Duo. This is in Adore Blush Duo. Love this, but we'll go ahead and we'll take it out for this rotation. And then we have my highlighters. So this is just a mini from Becca. This is a liquid in the shade Moonstone. I actually really like this, and I'm not one that usually likes cream products, so I'll keep that in there. This is in my year-long project pan. This is Persona. This is in the shade Zuma. This is a very, very loved ColourPop Super Shock Super Shock Cheek. This is in the shade Fire. This was in the Zodiac Kathleen Lights collab. Love it. I have to stop myself from buying a backup because it's a cream product and I don't use through things, so there's no point in buying a backup, but I do love it quite a bit. This also came in a BoxyCharm not too long ago. This is by Ofra. This is the Everglow highlighter. Really, really have been enjoying that. Ofra is definitely a blinding highlight, so it is beautiful. And then this is by Becca. This is in the shade Lilac Geode. Again, super, super pretty, but we'll go ahead and we'll pull it out for now. And then up here we just have some miscellaneous lip products. It's actually missing quite a bit. Most of the lip products that I use in my project pan are actually in my purse. and I'm being lazy and didn't want to go downstairs and get them because they're all going to stay anyway. But the two that are here is, this is Gwyneth and this is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. These were the lip glosses that I bought at the end of January from Becca, so those I can go ahead and pull out. This is MAC Russian Red, beautiful, but I'll go ahead and pull it out for now. This is more like a lip balm more than anything. It's by Tarte. It is in the shade Nude. It looks pink, but honestly it goes on pretty sheer. So I do hold on to that just because I have lots of lip balm options because I'm a dry gal. I also have two little minis. These are both Pat McGrath. The third one is in my bag. I'm going to go ahead and leave these here because I really try to remind myself to use them because, again, they are not inexpensive products, so I want to make sure that I'm using them regularly. And then finally we have a lip splash. I think that's what these are called. Yeah, Color Splash, sorry, by Tarte. This is beautiful. I have not used it enough, but we'll go ahead and pull it out for now. So that is everything that we're going to be pulling out that I used in the month of February. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we want to go ahead and bring in for the month of March. Welcome to one of the many places where I store makeup. It's kind of all over the place. I've got a couple of different drawers that house everything that I own. So this bottom drawer right here is some of my palettes. So this is a lot of my Too Faced, a lot of my Anastasia Beverly Hills, some of my Urban Decay. But what we're really going to look at is going to be this drawer right here. This has all of my blushes and bronzers in it. So I think I want to go ahead and pull in maybe one or two of each. I have three blushes and two bronzers in my year-long project pan, so I don't want to get too far away from those, but I think I'm going to go for a little bit more of a cooler vibe in March, as well as some bright pops of color. So maybe something a little bit on the cooler side, maybe a little bit more neutral. So I love this, but I feel like this is very similar to my Project Pan blush. All right, we have this one from Milani. This is a really pretty kind of dusty rose. That might be okay. What else? This is a mini by Becca. Songbird. I think I'm going to go ahead and pull in Songbird. This is kind of a little bit deeper, a little bit more kind of orangey nude. You probably can't see that at all. There we go. It's a little bit better. This is gorgeous. This is one of my favorite blushes. It is beautiful. Definitely going to go ahead and pull that one in. But I don't know about this Milani blush. It might be a little bit similar to what I'm already using. What else do I have? No, that is way too bright for what I want. What is this? No. It's kind of a deeper, more purpley color. Yeah, I might pull this one in. This is by Studio Makeup. It's in the shade Wildflower. It's had to have come from a subscription box because I don't think I know what this company is. And then for bronzer, is there anything that I want to add? Let's see. All right, how about this? Let me go ahead and pull in my Hoola bronzer. This is just a mini, but I do want something that's going to be a little less warm, a little bit cooler to go in this month. So I'm going to go ahead and pull in my mini Hoola. The drawer right above where I keep my blushes and bronzers is where I keep all of my highlights. So let's go ahead and take a look in here. Again, I want to pull out something that is going to be just a little bit cooler than what I have already. What is this? Moonstone. Maybe not quite. It's a little bit more pinky than what I'm looking for. Let's see, what about this NYX? Haven't used this in a while. Yeah, that could work. It is almost like a, I don't know, like a white gold maybe. I don't know, this could look pretty interesting or it could end up looking ashy. I'll go ahead and pull it in to see if it's something that I even like, because I can't remember the last time that I used that. Then let's also grab something else. Here we go. I haven't used this in a while. This is a Lorac blush and highlight palette. This was for their Pirates of the Caribbean. This was actually really fantastic. I love these blushes. These are beautiful. This is like a blush topper. And then these three highlights are gorgeous. So let's, God, they are so good. Okay, let's take a look. You know what? This top shade here is what I want this one down here to be. So I'm still going to pull in the NYX one to see how I feel about it, but I'm definitely going to go ahead and add this in as well. All right, so this is another set of drawers that I use. This houses basically most of my eyeshadow palettes, as well as, shamefully enough, a lot of perfume samples. So let's go ahead and look in this top drawer. This is where I keep just a lot of stuff. These drawers are so hard to open. Ooh, baby. Okay, so I've got tons of just smaller palettes in here. This is also where I keep all of my ColourPop palettes, which is actually what I'm going to be using this month. I'm going to be using my Fame palette for my letter F. It is full of just beautiful neutral and cool tone shades. I'm very excited to use this. And then from the drawer beneath it, it houses, ooh, if I can get this drawer closed. Oh my goodness. This drawer right here, actually let me move the camera a little bit. That's better. As I was saying, this drawer right here, this houses some of my larger, more awkward palettes. And so I want to use this one right here for my letter E. This is the Urban Decay Elements palette. It's got tons of just beautiful, fun colors, lots of really great shimmer shades. So I'm very excited to pull this back in. This was actually one of my favorite holiday palettes, or holiday releases, I guess. I know people either really liked it or really didn't. I actually really liked it. So that is what we're doing for eyeshadows. And we're back. Now there was something that I did do off camera is I went ahead and I pulled lip products because I am incredibly embarrassed to show you my insane lip collection until I've had a chance to kind of purge through it. So it's a work in progress, but let's go ahead and see what I did pull out as far as lip options go. So I did pull out some ColourPops because I love them and I need to be using through them. So this is an ultra matte lip. This is in the shade Souffle. This was not this past year's holiday collection, but the one before that. So we'll use it. Actually, let me go ahead and swatch a couple of these for you so you can see what they look like. This is just a really beautiful kind of vibrant berry color. So that's what that looks like. I felt like it would go really well with the color palette that I've chosen this month. This is actually by Galactic. This is one of my very, very favorite liquid lipsticks in the whole wide world. It's in the shade Posh. I absolutely stinking love this. The color, the formula, everything about it is just plain fantastic. Look at that beautiful, warm nude. Oh, I love it. All right, I also chose Little Star. This came out this past holiday season from ColourPop, and it is really, really beautiful. I think that'll go really, really nicely with everything that I've chosen. And then I did also go ahead and pull a lip gloss. This is a recent lip gloss as well. So this right here, I don't know why I'm swatching it. It's not like you can see it. It's just a really beautiful shimmery sheer lip gloss, and it is in the shade Paper Moon. All right, so the other lips that I pulled, I think I only pulled a couple more. Yep. This is actually a little bit newer to my collection. I bought it at the end of December. This is by Sugarpill. This is the first item that I've ever owned from Sugarpill. So this is a liquid lipstick. It is in the shade Pillow Fight. And I thought this would go really well with kind of the overall look of my basket. So it's just this really cool, dusty, kind of purpley browny sort of pink color. I also pulled my deluxe mini of Ludwig. This is by Kat Von D. This is probably my very favorite of her liquid lipsticks, and it's actually quite similar. It's just got a little bit more brown to it. And then finally, I also pulled just a bullet lipstick. This is in the shade Toasted Truffle by Maybelline, and it is a little bit kind of deeper and kind of like a grayed out mauve. So that is what we have there. So now let's go ahead and let's move everything that we pulled from my drawers into these drawers. All right, so that is what we pulled in for the month of March. I'm very excited to start working with some of these products, especially the eyeshadow palettes. I am so stoked, especially Fame. Fame is really just calling to me right now. I'm very excited to start playing around with that. So I hope that you have enjoyed this Shop My Stash. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What are some of the things that you're going to be using this month? Do you have a regular palette that you bring in once a month or once a week, or however you like to rotate through your products? What are you using this month? I would love to know. Also, if you have hung out this whole time, thank you so much. It's always a work in progress. I know I've said that a lot, so I appreciate all of the feedback and all of the time that you spent with me. If you've enjoyed this video, if you like Project Pans and Shop My Stash and really kind of going through this journey together, I'd love it if you would subscribe and go ahead and let me know that you've liked this video with a thumbs up. I hope your day is going really, really well for you, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.